Chapter 69. A storm is coming. In the flames, they could see the half-burned bodies of some Gu corpses. They understood that Sanshi had dealt with the enemy and won. They felt like they were in a dream. In the yin-yang reversal formation disc, they could not see anything or hear anything. Although they were very close to the scene of action, they did not know the exact process behind how everything had transpired. Elder Qin sized up Sanshi seriously with a pair of slightly weathered eyes. This playboy young master, whom he usually did not pay much attention to, actually had such powerful abilities. He had really misjudged Sanshi. Liu Ruxu looked at Sanshi in a daze. She suddenly felt that this man was covered in a mysterious veil regarding who he really was. He was not just a simple silk-pants one. She pouted. "You're so powerful, but you didn't even tell me. I've been so worried about you." A man has to have a backup plan after all. Sanshi walked over domineeringly. "You still have a backup plan? You're clearly pretending to be a pig to eat a tiger. You tricked me so hard. I always thought that you had just reached the Qi refinement realm. But in the end, your cultivation level is even higher than mine." Liu Ruxu blushed. The more she spoke, the angrier she became. She felt like a fool. Sanshi walked over and hugged the beauty. He chuckled and said, "I pretended to be a pig so I can eat you." Liu Ruxu hit him with her mace. "Scoundrel, are you going to pretend to be a pig eating a tiger until you swallow my cultivation one day? Devouring cultivation? Don't tell me you had such thoughts about me in the first place." Sanshi squinted suspiciously. Liu Ruxu's expression changed slightly. She quickly covered her mouth with her hand. "Oh no, I accidentally revealed the ultimate usage of a furnace." When Sanshi saw this reaction, he sneered in his heart. As expected, this woman had ulterior motives from the beginning. Although this woman was from the cultivation world, she was still young and inexperienced. As compared to Haiduzi, not only does his power surpass hers, their shrewdness are miles apart as well. "Do you think I don't know what you're after? It's just that I don't mind because I like you more than you like me. I'd rather be sucked dry by you if that means I can be with you." When Sanshi said this, he felt that he was being too spurious. However, as he appeared extremely convincing and genuine, Liu Ruxu was stunned when she heard that. She had initially thought that he was unaware of her toying, but in the end, the other party was actually cooperating with her. "Are you serious?" Liu Ruxu was a little shaken by his words. She had always believed that the cultivation world was only filled with exploitation and cultivators would only care about their own benefit. Before they came to Silken City to gain experience, the elders had warned her and the other female disciples not to believe the flowery words of a man. At the same time, he also warned the male disciples to not believe the words of the beautiful woman. But now after hearing Sanshi's words, she hesitated. This man seemed to be genuinely sincere. Otherwise, why would he spend young energy to help her cultivate? "It's true. Even if you suck me to death now, I'm willing." With a serious expression, Sanshi raised his right hand again and swore to the heavens. "If I lie, I'll be struck by lightning and die a horrible death." Liu Ruxu's heart skipped a beat and she became emotional. She hugged Sanshi tightly and said guiltily, "Young master, I'm sorry. I won't use you underhandedly anymore." Sanshi glanced at the sky. He was not lying this time. He was not afraid of being sucked to death, but his words were not completely true. In the cultivation world, one should only reveal half-truths when speaking to people. This was a piece of wisdom that he had summarized from Haiduzi's memories. He also agreed with this advice very much. This stands true especially so for women, such as the one before him who had the intention to use him. It would be easy to get hurt if he was always genuine. Secondly, you've indeed helped me a lot. Although you can't deal with the enemy, I appreciate your kindness. I'll repay you when I get back. Sanshi smiled ambiguously. Liu Ruxu was relieved and understood what he meant. She leaned into Sanshi's arms and said, "I agree with whatever young master says." Sanshi looked at his sister, who was lying on the ground. She looked to be in a better condition. He picked her up and put the array disc beside her into his storage bag. "I'll go to the New Moon brothel with you. The situation has changed drastically. There's no place to settle my family for the time being. I didn't expect the Sky Demon cult to actually have the guts to attack the residents of the Demon Slayers division. It's equivalent to purposefully looking down on them." Liu Ruxu looked worried. "I have a feeling that they are up to something big. The group of people arrived at the New Moon brothel with a heavy heart. It was rare for this place to not be brightly lit tonight. There were only a few lamps amidst the abject darkness. Liu Ruxu brought Song Shi and the others in from the back door. There were two people who were waiting in the backyard. One was Mei Niang, and the other was Deacon Ao Bai. The two of them were originally solemn, but when they saw Song Shi and the others, they revealed surprised expressions. The Sky Demon cult's attack on the Demon Slayers division had caused such a huge commotion, so they naturally heard about what had happened. It was beyond their expectations that this family actually came out alive. It was fine if Song Shi, Elderkin, and Big Smart did not die. After all, they were powerful cultivators. The other three were basically normal people. How did they survive? They couldn't help but look at Liu Ruxu. Deacon Ao Bai. Liu Ruxu bowed to Ao Bai. They want to stay here for a while. Is that okay? You are the main decision maker for this building. Naturally, you can arrange for them to stay if you wish. Ao Bai came back to his senses and looked at Song Shi with interest. Looks like you've found a good Dao companion, Zur. He was quite experienced and could tell at a glance that Song Shi was the leader of these people. Even Liu Ruxu surrendered to this man. Even though his original status was a furnace, it seemed like he had become Liu Ruxu's legitimate Dao companion now. This meant that the reason why they could escape danger this time was because of this man who the rumors had bashed to be a pair of silk pants. I'll have to trouble you all for now. Song Shi cupped his hands. I will try my best to make it up to you. You're welcome, young Master Song. Just make it up to Miss Zur. She's the target of special nurturing for our branch. Mei Niang saw an opportunity and deliberately brought it up. Miss Zur is a very promising seedling in this batch of outer sect trials of the Yao Moon Palace. If she can stand out, everyone here will benefit. Outer sect trial? What kind of trial? What kind of selection criteria is there? Song Shi asked. Since he needed Liu Ruxu's help, he naturally had to give her compensation in return and satisfy her needs. The most fundamental requirement naturally is cultivation, followed by the strength of the Dao companion. Mei Niang smiled and said, in half a month's time, the first inspection by the elders will occur. Mei Niang, stop talking about that. Let the doctor take a look at young Master Sister. Liu Ruxu was very considerate. Her words touched Song Shi's heart. Put her on the bed first. Mei Niang hurriedly turned around and made arrangements. Soon, a doctor came over to treat Song Bai's wound. He healed her bones and tied some herbs to her wounds. When he was done, it was already dawn. Song Shi stood at the guardrail on the east side of the third floor of New Moon Brothel. He looked into the distance and muttered, It's dawn, but Silken City is filled with dark clouds. A storm is coming and the city is shrouded in darkness. Liu Ruxu appeared behind him and frowned. Her cold face was filled with worry as she said, Young Master, something big has really happened. Someone in Jinzhou has raised an army and is rebelling. They have already captured Jianyu City.